Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and we are back with another video. No, I'm sorry, babe. I'm just taking a video. I'm not doing anything crazy.
Woo! She's crazy right now. She's a little upset. You know what I mean. But in this video, we gonna get into it. The fairies versus the fiends. I'm the fiend. She's the fairy. But anyways, it's gonna be an exciting little event. A lot of meta picks and a lot of different types of decks and a lot of actually some splashable cards that are going to be really cool. And honestly, you don't even have to play like one full archetype. You can just throw them all together and voila. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Everybody, I don't really have deck lists put together yet, but I just wanted to go over some of the variants that we're going to see and some unique cards that we can run to make everything splashable and playable. You're not going to be able to use Maxi or Ash Blossom. So there's another hand trap that's a fiend that's pretty cool, and there's other fiend monsters cards that we can use that are really cool. So let's get into the video. But Drytrons, they're all fiends, I believe. Oh no, some of them are are not Drytrons, Infernoids. Some of them are. I guess no, most of them are fiend. No, most of them are fiend. So Infernoids, you can definitely run Infernoids. You got the fairies. You got, obviously Hyperion, Master Hyperion. They got some new support, so they're pretty good. That's a full fairy deck. You can play Diviner and like fairy rituals combined with Herald of Perfection. That's obviously going to be a big one for fairy type. You have the Zen. You have this deck, the deck that just banishes all cards and then boosts up Grand Maju de Iza. I'm not a fan of this deck, but some people like it. It's whatever. Tour Guide's just a generic level 3 starter with fiends. You can probably play Burning Abyss. However, you won't have access to Dante, so I don't know how well the Burning Abyss strategy will be. But it's another option. You have the Lair of Darkness deck. You can play that. They're mostly all fiends. Here is a beautiful hand trap that I will probably pick up just for this event. And it's a good hand trap in general. It's just when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and negate that effect. So that's just going to be very useful, I believe, in a few different metas or a few different decks, especially with Fiends always activating Graveyard. What doesn't activate in Graveyard? So that's going to be a good hand trap to run this festival. I always like Stick and Chair. Stick and Chair are just in here because they're both fairies. I haven't seen really a lot of Stick and Chair play this in Master Duel period, but Stick and Chair were always really cool. They allow you to just plus so heavily. If you get them off, they're kind of dead draws though sometimes, but not if you play them in a deck that discards cards. So very useful. You have that Vena Superlis deck that was pretty good. That's brand new. That's a fairy deck. Here's another hand trap worth considering. This format or for this festival, basically you ditch it from your hand, and for the rest of the turn, neither player can banish cards for the rest of the turn. So if your strategy doesn't revolve on banishing cards, you can play one or two of these. Because some decks do revolve on banishing stuff to get their effects off. Here's another good kind of card. If you don't normal summon that often and you just normal summon him right off the bat, here you go. Shut down anything that targets or activates Engrave. Super powerful. A lot of the powerful Fiend guys, you can make, one tribute Fiend decks. You have Vanity's Fiend, stops everyone from special summoning. Caius, obviously really good just for removal on anything. Majesty's Fiend stops all effects. He's a fiend. Here's a nice old guy. I don't know if he'll see some play, but Gorus. Gorus is a great prevent yourself from getting OTK. And then you have Chaos Hunter. Chaos Hunter is beautiful. This is another hand trap worth considering running. No cards. Your opponent can't banish cards, and it's a quick effect, so you can just discard a card and special summon it to get it off. Here's a great Fiend Kaiju. Probably want to run this. Or even if you don't even normal summon, run the Lava Golem, break boards. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of. Obviously, there's going to be a few decks that we're gonna see Lady of the Labyrinth for sure, 100%. That's the number one Fiend deck that just came out. We're gonna see it, and another Fiend deck that just came out is the Dark Worlds. So Dark Worlds, we'll see a lot of gameplay on the Dark Worlds. That's 100% for sure. Time Lord's gonna be there. Um, no, Time Lord. I mean, Time Lord deck you can play. There, most of them are fairies. I don't. I've seen one variant of it. Wasn't really all cool. That cool. The Dark Cubic deck. This deck is an OTK deck. We could probably see some of them. Performa Pals. These guys are fairies and fiend. You could probably get away with creating a Performa Pal deck. Probably won't see that. Ben 10. Obviously, if you see a fairy, since he's at 2 now, if you see any fairy variants, obviously they're going to be running Ben 10 with Herald of Perfection and just negating everything. You could go real old school and go Demise, King of Armageddon, and Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. That's like super old school if you wanted to bring the rituals back. And then you also have yeah, Ultimatives and Herald of Perfection. Another good note, few from the extra deck. Runics. We'll probably see some Runics because Runics are fairies. They're all fairies. We'll probably see them. We'll probably see some people who have a lot of branded decks, but don't have. Well, you can't run the whole engine, but you can at least still run the big two of the big boss monsters, and get away with those, and then just run other fiends and other fusions in your extra deck. You can't really run tier elements. You can run this card, but you can't really run any of the other tier elements. DDDs, that's a big possibility. Used to love some DDDs. I got a DDD deck profile. I can drop my DDD deck profile, and I can drop my oh, where's my other boys? Oh, they're here. They're here. They're here. Fables and Dark Worlds. They are all fiends and fairies, I believe. So they're a pretty good choice. This is just a generic rank 4 that you could probably see. Obviously, she's really good. Um, she just mills 3 cards, and then if she dies, she sends another 3 cards and then destroy for every light turn. So you won't be having really any light turns in the deck, but just to get your deck rolling, to just to mill 3, certain decks will love that. Obviously, I love these boys, Magic Musketeers. They are fiend as well. They're light fiends, which is a whole new. I think they were the first to be light fiends, except for Majesty's Fiend. He goes way back, but there's not too many fiends that came out that were light. So just the whole archetype for them was pretty cool. Obviously, you got some more of the DDD guys. You could play artifacts. They're all fairies. Will we see an artifact deck? Probably not. I used to love the archetype, but it's just they're missing something. I don't know. It's too. It's just yeah. They're missing something to be really competitive. Plunder Patrol. Plunder Patrol is probably what I'll be playing. I'll be in between Plunder Patrol, DDDs, Runics, runic magical musketeers. So a lot of options for me. One thing that would be really cool seeing the abyss actors guys. They're actually really cool, really cool. I haven't really played too much with them, but when I did play against them, they did a lot of shenanigans, and it was awesome. And I was like, you know what, maybe I should look into get making this deck. Only got one of him though, so not really there yet. The Unchained, all the Unchained guys are Fiend. That's another deck possibility too. And then you got the Evil Twins. That's also a big deck that you could play. So, I went over a lot of decks, a lot of different variants, and a lot of tech cards. Honestly, some of these tech cards up at the top are going to be really useful. So consider using them. Consider changing up your hand trap game, and let's get into this festival. See you guys later. Peace.